I got the piston in there temporarily. I got this zeroed out from before. See if I can get this in here and try and do this quick. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a little tight. I have to have these pistons opened up. Alright, I put a pin in there. I zeroed that out. So, checking what we got here for clearance. We got 1,000, like 2/10 or so. Let's see what this one. Whoops. Let's see what this one is. Same thing. See what this one is. $1,000, 1.5 or something. This one, 1,000, 2/10. See, they're all pretty good. All right, so those are good. I checked the pistons and they're at like 6/10. So I gotta take those in and get those opened up to a thou. All right, moving along here. I went and I mic'd all the rod journals, and they are all the exact same. So there's no offsetting bearings to make that fit. That's just one thing. So that's easy. I can just take my mic and set it to that and bring it to the shop, and I can check clearance then. And then I just went through. These are the extra clearance bearings. I marked them. 0588. There's one. All these are 0589s. And this is 0.0590. And these are the standard, which are 6 of them at 0.0594 and 2 at 0.0595. So I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'll bring the rods to the shop tomorrow, put them in a rod vise, torque it with the bearings, and then set the mic to this, zero out my bore gauge to this, and start checking rod bearing clearance. And once we get that set, we can basically start assembling this thing. All right, let's tell you what I got going on. I put in a rod vise this. I took the bolts out, right? And then I've done a couple tests, but I found that one oversized bearing and one standard size, or not oversized, but one extra clearance bearing shell, because I got the standard shells here and the extra clearance here. So I'm doing a extra clearance on the bottom and the normal standard on the top. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So then yeah, I'll put that in like that. And then I'm going to take the bolts out, right? I did. And then I measure them for 0. Like here, this one is 0. And this one, I have the black mark where 0 is on that, right? And then we're looking for about 7 thou stretch. And you can see the other marker I have here is 7 thou away, which is 23.5 thou on that, or indicator on that. And then I have this at the crank journal, and I zeroed this in there, so that's zeroed. And now I'm gonna put the bolts in. I'll reapply ARP lube and torque it. I found that 80 foot-pounds gives me the good torque, but I hit 80 and I gotta like click it multiple times. If I just go and hit 80 and stop, it's not enough. But if I hit 80 and I click it like 3 times, then it kind of works it a little bit until it's not budging anymore, and then it's good. So let me get this going in and show you guys. Okay, so I torqued it to 80 in the rod vise. You see I put it on here and it's like right at 7, roughly. Right, just a touch under, but that's fine. You're not gonna get much better than that. And then let me flip this on the other one. And there you go, you see that's right on there too. So that's at 80 foot-pounds with my torque wrench, and doing like multiple clicks is like absolutely perfect. So that's it. So now let's check the clearance. Okay, I've been messing with these and getting as close as I can So this one, I'll show you guys what I got. It's like 22, 23 kind of area, right? This one, $22, $23. This one, it's like 23, right? Or 2 thou 3/10. This one, obviously I was playing with it in the 060 rod, has a bigger bore. I just can't get it any better than 24, see that? But that's pretty close. So they're all like 22 to 24, or at 2 thou 2/10 to 2 thou 4/10. So that's good. So now this is all ready to go in. And I just got to check piston the wall clearance to mark what it is. And we're basically good to assemble. Just want to show everyone we ended up getting brand new oil squirters. And the bolts for the oil squirters, it's like a banjo bolt or whatever, the spring. So we got those brand new from Honda. And you know, we have ACL race bearings with calico coatings. That's what these are. So now I'm going to use this and I'll lubricate it up and I'll start installing the crank. And we also ended up getting brand new, where are they? Brand new main bolts from Honda. So I know he didn't want to line hone it and do ARP studs. He said that he's never had a problem with main bolts. And I thought, well, let's at least get new main bolts. So we got brand new main bolts we're going to install everything with. All right, got it. Assembly lube on there for the crank install. I just want to show that we are going to use factory Honda thrust washers. So I'm going to install these now. So I'm installing the main bolts. I thought I'd show you, here's the new bolts. And I've been doing like one long dab with my oil can of oil on the threads this way. I flip it 180. I do a dab the other way, right? Look at the threads. And then I do underneath the head here. Not the washer, but the head. And that's how Honda has it in this book. So now I install it with that oil on there. All right, as per the manual, I torqued them all to 22 foot-pounds the first round. Just making sure everything spins free, and this is spinning nice. Look at that. Like barely any effort. 2 fingers almost. See, 2 fingers only. I can spin it. It's easy. Nice. I mean, it's a little hard because that assembly, if I just had oil, it'd be even easier. But assembly lube is really sticky. And then I took a little rubber mallet and I popped the crank this way. Right now, I just popped the crank this way to seat those thrust washers in tight. And yeah, looks good. Now I'll do the final torque. These go to 49 and these go to 56. Final torque done, and spins just as free as before. Perfect. Real happy. So now I can start putting the pistons and rods in, but I gotta get on a stand. And before I put on a stand, I like to put the rear main on, which I got. New rear main here, the cover here, and I got the special tool from Honda for it there to install it. So I'll get that going on there, and then I'll put it on a stand and we can do the pistons and rods. All right, so I got it set up to check thrust, and I put it here. I just put light pressure, right, and it's at 0. If I take it off, there's so much lube that's like pushing it back. Right, so I just really light, I mean like nothing, no pressure at all, and it just goes to 0, right, or close to, right, so like a half thou, quarter thou right there. And then if I take it off and I move it here, I put pressure the other direction, and we're at about 7. I go back the other direction. Goes back to like 0. I'm putting a decent amount of force on it. Here I'm putting a little more force into it, and that's closer to like 8. Put a little more force on it. Goes to 0. So we're like 7 or 8 thou. If I just let it free, it's 2 to force and let it go back. 2 to 7, so that's 5 thou. It's just free, but with force, it's like 8 thou. And spec is 4 to 14. So we're very good. Thrust is good. So now we can put the pistons in. And like I said before, I want to put the rear main on quick.